This episode of the Rocker Skating Podcast is brought to you by John Wilson Blades. For more than 329 years, John Wilson has been perfecting the art of blade making in Sheffield, England. And while their history runs deep, their eyes are always on the future. That's why they created the Revolution, the world's most advanced figure skating blade. It is the perfect fusion of centuries-old craftsmanship and cutting-edge technology, delivering unmatched precision, responsiveness, and performance. That's why the majority of world and Olympic champions trust John Wilson. Because when history meets innovation, you get the revolution. Welcome to the Rocker Skating Podcast. We are talking about part 2 of our 2-part Olympics recap. Michelle and I had a lot to say in part 1, so go take a listen if you haven't already. But here is our part 2 of all the stuff that we had thought about in Milan. All right, let's go to the pairs.
Okay.
Now, contrary to what we have been thinking about in our previews, this pairs event was very good.
It was great. It was great. And shout out to Gallardi and Ambrosini for having the best short program ever. I mean, that was the crowd was so engaged from the first note of the music, and they just delivered. It just up and up and up and up, and they were awesome. And I'm so happy that they had that moment. It was great.
I think that was a Jean-Luc Baker special, that short program.
Oh.
Yeah. JL doing it. Yeah,
wow.
like
It was a good choice.
Those short programs were so good.
Mm-hmm.
Almost across the board.
Yeah. Until the end.
Until the end. The last group was not so good.
Yeah.
But for a very long time it was really good. And you know, like, the thing that warmed my heart besides all the really good short programs was the fact that Deanna Stellato and Maxime Deschamps made it to the Olympics after that scare of the accident in practice that we still have not heard all about yet, which we am sure we will hear at some point. They aren't going to Worlds, so this will be the end of their season. And is it the end of their career? We're still not sure. But
I'm sure not.
I
don't know if I'll be in the French Alps, but Deanna will.
We will both be retired, and Deanna will still be skating.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they had an accident. She had an accident in practice at home in Montreal. Literal days before they were supposed to come out to Milan for the team event. Had to pull out of the team event. Everybody was in pins and needles for days. And we all thought like no news was bad news. And then it turned out they were cleared to come. And even then we were like, okay, what condition is she in?
Don't come.
And
Please don't come.
Like what is going on? And you know, we know Skate Canada has strict protocols for that kind of stuff. And she got to Milan and looked like nothing had happened.
Which is unbelievable. She looked fine.
Yeah, exactly.
And she was very sassy about the questions she was getting about her injury. My medical records are not your business. It was great. I loved it.
They're
there
not.
are privacy laws protecting medical records.
There certainly are. And then they went out and did a very good short program, and then that lift came down incorrectly, and it was literally the difference between them being in 14th place after the short program and like 2nd or 3rd.
Yeah.
Like it cost them that many points, but they were also that close that they really were right there. But you know what? I don't really care because Deanna Stellato is an Olympian.
Yeah.
And you know, it may not have been the ending of the dream that she was hoping for, but at
Mhm.
least the ending wasn't that they had to withdraw from the Olympics,
Yeah.
which would have been devastating.
Yeah.
But you know who was
Yeah.
in the top 3? Leah Pereira and Trent
Oh my god,
Michaud.
that was crazy. And they're the only team of the whole night that got all level 4s on their elements, which was, like, wild. Good for them. Um, it's a lot of work to get level 4s on everything in pairs, and they did it.
Especially that death spiral.
Yeah.
Especially the death
Yeah.
spiral.
Mhm. Yeah,
Um,
Trent got into that position and got that level.
Trent,
Trent.
Trent.
Trent. Yeah.
Um, it was too bad they didn't have it in them in their free skate to skate the way that they could have. But
Yeah.
it was still the best free skate that they've skated kind of all season long. So,
Mhm. Mhm.
um, I know they were disappointed that they couldn't stay on the podium or even stay in the top 5, but
Yeah.
they have to be happy with how, at least for the short program, how they're being scored and how they're being perceived by the judges.
Mhm.
Um, and they told me, they're like, "This just motivates us more for the next 4 years." So,
Yeah. Good.
uh, it's very nice to see their progress. I think they've really put together some great programs this season, and it's becoming their time, which is great.
Mhm. Mhm.
But oh my
Yeah.
god, Riku and Ryuichi's free
Oh my
skate,
god.
what it like one of the absolute epic skates of this whole Olympics.
Their free skate was. Their short program, like, was freaky.
Yeah.
That that lift coming down, I was like, "What is going on?" I can't, like, oh, hang on, sorry, I just did the math. If Leah and Trent had done their free skate from the team event in the individual event, they would have been 5th.
Mm,
Anyway, um, Riku and Ryuichi were foot perfect in practice here. They practiced better than I've ever seen them skate. She was like a foot off the ground on those side by side jumps. Everything was
yep,
clean. They
yep.
were like on fire. And for that lift to come down in their short, it was like, where did this come from? What's going on?
Of all the things, the
Yes.
lift.
Like their lifts are so it's like what happened?
Yeah.
I don't think they even knew what happened right away. It was like, what's going on? Um, their free skate, I think that's my number 1 of the Olympics. It sucked that they had to skate in the second to last group, but they shut that door and they locked it. I
Yeah.
think if Minerva and Nikita had been absolutely perfect, they had a chance, but they needed a personal best by like a point and a half. Um, so yeah, that free skate blew the roof off the building. It was incredible. New world record under the current scoring system. I mean, unbelievable. The only person that has scored higher, I think, in the history of Coda points is Aliona Savchenko and Bruno
Mm.
Massot. So, um, yeah, that was awesome. And yeah, their winning by 10 points was, well, 9.5 was more than justified. It was
And
brilliant.
and it also shows the power of well-selected music
Yes. Of all
because
of our Olympic programs, that's the only one that was really delivered in an Olympic way. Yeah.
that was such an Olympic free skate.
Mhm.
I will say once again on this podcast that the sound system in that arena was phenomenal. It
Wow,
it
yeah, yeah.
it made the music sound so good,
Mhm.
and it also made the music that was poorly mixed and poorly cut sound really bad.
Yeah, that's that too, yeah.
Like, it was there were a couple of times when I was sorta, like, holding my ears because
Mhm,
like, some of the music sounded so bad in the arena, not because of the
mhm.
sound system, but
Yeah.
because the sound system was revealing the flaws of the cuts, and the mixes, like, it was just, like, not good.
Yeah,
But Mira Kihara's music was it by itself, it blew the roof off, and then the
yeah.
way they skated to it blew the roof off twice. Um, so
You know
yeah.
who else had a roof-blowing music cut and free skate performance? Was Annika Haka and Robert Kugel.
So underscored.
That meatloaf program was incredible. I think the only person that enjoyed it more than me was Tara, who's, like, obsessed with meatloaf, and she was, like, loving it. She was, like, singing along. It was like, oh my god, that was so good.
And I will say I have not been convinced of that program all season long. I
Well, I'm
I
always
like
on board with meatloaf, but
I like them a lot, and
yeah.
I always find them to be underscored,
Mhm,
um, because their elements, like, going back to that discussion about element by element, their elements,
mhm.
some of them like, those throws are some of the best in the world,
Yeah, and they don't get the
and they
GOE they
they get,
deserve.
like, 2s on them, and I'm like, "Are you
Yeah,
kidding me? Why are you giving them
yeah.
2s?" Like, their choreographed sequence should be
Mhm.
getting 4s and 5s because
Yeah.
it's difficult, it's musically done well, it's, like, all of that,
Mhm.
and they get, like, 2s, and I'm like, "What are you
Yeah,
doing?" Um,
yeah,
they're side-by-side triple sounds. They were well done, they were musically,
yeah,
like, done correctly, they were in sync, and then they were getting, like, +1s and +2s. I'm like, "What are you like,
yeah,
what are these scores?"
yeah.
Um, I've all season long, I have found that the Meatloaf program to be a little snoozy for about half of it.
Mm,
Like, it starts off really well, and then it's like the middle is like, "Eh," and then the
yeah,
end is like, full blast. And the way they skated it in Milan
yeah,
was so good
yeah,
across the board, and I felt the energy from them throughout the whole thing because literally it's just song, like, there isn't much
yeah.
that was,
Yeah.
I think, edited from it, like, it was the whole song. Um,
So they talked to me
so
about in how this season they've sort of changed their training so they have more time that is downtime and they're not on all the time at home in practice and that's allowed them to peak better at events. And I feel like that really translated into strong performances here.
absolutely,
Um yeah,
absolutely.
and they also said at the beginning of the season, I think it's Skate America, they told me that they really chose music to be crowd pleasing and they wanted to, like, entertain the audience, and that was just the both of their programs just really hit in this arena, in an incredible way.
It really there are parallels
Mhm,
to their coach, Andre Hotarik.
mhm. Yes.
Because they were always the crowd pleasing ones that got
Mhm,
underscored, I thought, as well. Like,
mhm.
I'm talking about Marquet and Hotarik
Yeah.
back in the day for
Valentina
Italy.
Marquet.
Valentina Marquet, one of the in arena hosts.
Yeah,
It was nice to see both of them there. But
yeah,
but yeah, like totally underscored. Um,
yeah.
but also Emily Chan, Spencer Howe, who would have thought they would have an Olympics like this? They were 7th in a
Mhm.
very deep field of pairs, and they skated very well.
Yeah, that free skate, I was like, "Where did this come from?"
Where did it come
Um
from?
I think that they just had a late start to the season because of how much time Spencer missed, and I feel like they finally started gelling at the Olympics,
I know. It
that
took
should have
until
happened,
took until
like, 3 months
February.
earlier. Yeah,
Yeah.
um, yeah. I
Like, "Oh my god, Emily, you're landing your side by sides."
yeah, Lanier solo triple sow, it's like, they should
Yeah,
put triple sow in their short program.
I know.
I don't know. Um,
Uh,
yeah.
I was very happy for Sway and Han.
Yeah.
Knowing that they came in knowing like, they came in very much knowing that a repeat of gold was not possible, like,
Mhm.
for them
Mhm.
skating the way that they did, especially in the free skate, especially after that nasty fall that Wenjing took in the team event,
Yeah. Yes,
um,
that was rough.
and, like,
Um,
her barely being able to walk at 4 continents because of that bone bruise, like,
yeah.
it's been rough for them, and, you know, they were still not where they were at their very, very best, not
Mhm.
even close. But they did themselves proud, I think,
Yeah.
and Tong Han can finally put up put his skates back in the closet and retire for good while Wenjing goes and sells coffee in her mobile home
Yeah, with her meerkat.
with her
I feel
meerkat.
I feel like poor Song Han is probably going to, like, go and have, like, an elective, like, foot amputation or something after this, like, "I am not skating anymore. You cannot make me go back." Congratulations to him on getting through it and being done. Yeah.
I saw him after the free skate, and he said hi
Yeah.
to me and literally gave out this, like, the biggest sigh I have ever seen from
"I'm
anybody.
free."
It's like, "Oh my
Yeah.
gosh."
It's like when you
Yes.
finish your exams and you're just like, you're done, but, like, times a million.
The Olympic exams.
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah,
they
this pairs was just so good.
yeah. Yeah. Sway and Han weren't practicing lifts in their practices. Like, they were practice every
0.
day, and they were doing jumps and throws and no lifts,
0
and I was
lifts.
so worried they weren't gonna get through them in their programs, but they did. They did. Um,
Yeah.
I'm excited to see the work that Wenjing Sui does as a choreographer going forward. I think that she's done some really interesting stuff so far, and I wanna see more from her, and, you don't have to be competing at the Olympics forever to put out good material and, I hope she finds satisfaction in working with skaters and,
Yeah.
um, yeah. Conti Machi, I think, underperformed in the individual event, and I wondered how much doing the team event affected them, especially Sarah with her knee injury. She
Which is
seemed
so
like she was in
interest
pain. Yeah.
Yeah, which is so interesting because Sarah was the one in the press conference who said she liked it that she had the team event early
Yeah. Well,
because
I
she
think that she
said,
got her best skates out of it. That was their best medal chance.
I
Yeah.
know, um, it was interesting because I thought as the weeks went on for Conti Machi,
Mhm.
they were starting to look stronger and stronger in the sense
Mhm.
that I thought Sarah was really feeling like her injury was getting more comfortable, her knee was getting more comfortable,
Mhm.
and that she was settling in. And then the actual competition was happening,
Mhm.
and it wasn't working. And I don't know what it
Yeah.
was. Maybe they were over practicing given how little time they had to practice over the month of January, and they were getting tired and back to the point of not being able to regulate your energy correctly. Maybe they just
Mhm.
overdid it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but the week between the team event and the pairs event, I thought they looked really good.
Yeah.
And it just didn't look that way when they were actually competing.
Mhm. Yeah. It looked like almost like she was wincing on her landings.
Yeah. I do wonder if they're gonna be ready for Worlds. It's 4 more weeks.
Ugh.
Um, and Rebecca Gilardi told me that she was not going to Worlds. So
Ugh.
so
Ugh.
Gilardi and Brasini are not going to Worlds, and it would like very uh very appropriate that they were able to put out 2 of the best skates in their
Yeah.
recent memory to finish
Mhm.
their home Olympics, and then that's what they
Mhm.
retire on.
Mhm.
Um, but still, I mean, if neither they or nor Contimachi go to Worlds, like what happens with Italian pairs?
Can we have Charlene and Marco do the, pairs event? I'm sure
I
they could
know,
figure
right? It's
something
like,
out.
yeah, um, Beccari Gorise all of a sudden come back.
Yeah.
Um, but I guess we'll see. Hopefully, she gets a little bit more rest, Sarah,
Yeah.
on her knee, and then she's able to come back. Um, but pairs will be a very interesting one at
Mhm.
Worlds.
Mhm.
Um, let's I do. We have so much to talk about with the pairs, but like Pavlovas Vyatchenko was a pair that impressed me so much.
They were so clean. So
So
clean.
clean, so generally like they were just really good.
Mhm.
And I loved their how much they have grown as a pair. I love the improvements. I love the difference in packaging. I love like everything about how they've
Mhm.
improved over the past year. It's been I am looking
Mhm.
forward to the next 4 years with them because I think they're gonna be
Mhm.
a real force.
Yeah. World medalists very soon.
Yeah, I
It's
think
gonna
so.
happen.
I think so. Hasse like you were
Mm.
saying, they needed to be perfect. She popped a
Yeah.
sow. They were a little
And
tentative on
she
some other stuff.
under-rotated the double axel too.
Oh, is that
Yeah.
right? I didn't even remember.
Yeah. She did that, and then the sows were right after. And it was funny because she did that double axel, and I'm just like, "Oh my god, I think that's it. I think that's it." And then she pops the sow, and
Yeah,
I'm like, "Well, that is
that's
it.
really it. That's really
It's
it.
it." Um, yeah.
I do wonder if they should have been silver. Um,
I wonder if they should have changed their free skate.
oh, totally. Totally,
That
yes.
memory
I still
box,
think
whatever
so.
program is just I was watching it in practice, and it's like, this doesn't go anywhere. Um, and especially watching them skate so well in the short program,
Yeah.
with a more dynamic music, I felt like their program they did in the gala was great, and it was like their step sequence had a lot of, like, emotion and power in it. I'm like, "This should be their free skate." The
Mhm.
free skate music is just ah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think they were
But
lucky
it
to
just
get bronze, honestly. They were
interesting.
4th in the free skate. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that short program helped them out a lot, period.
Mhm.
Given that they
Mhm.
were the only one of the top pairs who actually skated cleanly.
Yeah.
Like those top 4, right? Like between Miura Kihara, Metelkina Barulova,
Mhm.
Hasselvold, and then Kanti Machi.
Mhm.
And if you also count then Stellato Deschamps, right, as your top
Mhm.
5, like they were the only ones who skated clean, and then
Mhm.
Pavlova Sviatchenko skated clean, and then Pereira Pichot skated clean, right?
Yeah.
Um, so that really helped them with their medal chances. But
Mhm.
I like the top 3 could not have been happier with their placements.
Mhm. Yeah.
Like the 3 of them were over the moon. Obviously Miura winning it, right? But like
Mhm.
Metelkina Barulova getting second, Hasselvold getting third, it was one of the happiest podiums I've ever seen.
Yeah. I was the one happy silver medalist.
I know. Isn't
Yeah.
that crazy?
Yeah.
Um, every other discipline was a happy gold medalist, a happy bronze
Mhm.
medalist, and then like a
And a very sad.
devastated silver
Yeah.
medalist.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Kaori
Oh boy.
Sakamoto.
Ugh.
Let's go to the women's.
Uh,
Kaori.
this killed me. This was so hard. It's like
Yeah.
crazy. And uh it's crazy that Alyssa was able to go out and skate with such freedom, and I mean, it's really remarkable, and the fact that she did that, I think, was, like, the slam dunk she needed to win, but
Hmm.
watching the other women try and be clean and not succeed was really tough. Everyone
Yeah.
was really just really focused and locked in and prepared and just they just couldn't tap into what Alyssa could tap into. It's just interesting, and, yeah, Cowrie was
Or
like she was so nervous. Both programs, you could see it, but in that free skate, and
yeah.
as she was going through it, like you said, you told me not on the podcast, but, like, the steps, you could see her getting tight and thinking, and as she was setting up that combo, I was just like, "Get through this. You just got 3 jumping passes." And then to, like, leave out the toe and never add it back in, and I mean, there was nowhere to add it back in. It
There was
was
nowhere
like,
to add back in.
ugh, and then when you calculated that if she just done the single toe, she would have been fine. Oh, god.
I mean,
I know.
you and I talked about this when we were
Mhm.
watching practices. I literally asked you. I was like,
Yeah.
"Why? Why are they putting the double toe on the Lutz? Why
Yeah.
are they not
Why
putting
is
the
the
double
Lutz
toe
in
on the flip?"
combo?
It just it makes me so mad that program construction,
Mhm.
them knowing that they max out their 2 double axle or their 2 double toes,
Yeah.
and they backload 2 of the combos, and there's
Yeah.
no chance for them to add on a double toe if they don't do it. And it's one of those things where I don't think in practice she's ever done something like this. Like, in practice, it's usually she pops the flip, or
Yeah, and
she
then puts a triple
does the
toe.
flip and does the triple toe,
Mhm.
or she falls on the flip, which actually or no, or she falls on the triple flip, triple toe, right? Like, I don't think
But
I
she's
ever
gotten
saw
to the
her.
toe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's either that she pops the flip and doesn't
Mhm.
do anything at all, or she goes and falls on the triple flip, triple toe, but she gets to
Mhm.
the triple toe. And they just had never I don't think they ever foresaw this scenario where she
Mhm.
doesn't actually do a combo.
Yeah.
And it just it kills me because I'm like,
Mhm.
it is a mathematical mistake for you to be
Mhm.
putting your layout in there like that. And I just
Yeah. Yeah. I know, it's the issue in the first half of the program with the combo and the Lutz is so confusing because she's only
it
doing
is.
1 Lutz. You don't put it
Yeah.
in combination. Um,
I mean, and well,
yeah.
in addition to that, right? Because the Lutz has the potential to get an unclear edge call, putting the
Yes.
double toe on the Lutz actually makes it worse for that double
Because
toe
then the
because the
whole element GOE
GOEs.
is affected. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, why is it there?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Um,
I was, quite confused by this situation with Isabeau as well, when she fell on her opening flip and then just never added the intended triple toe anywhere else. So she just
yep,
didn't put it in. And, you know, I don't understand that. Like,
yeah.
does she just not have a contingency plan if that happens? Because she's fallen on that element before.
Yeah.
Um,
But she
that was a
usually
mystery
falls
to
on the
me.
triple toe. That's
Yeah.
also the thing, right? She
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
I again, I don't think that they had a contingency plan because in practice, she never misses
Yeah.
the triple flip. She
Yeah.
misses the triple toe.
Yeah. But then she has 3 solo jumps after that. Double axel, triple loop,
Mhm,
triple sow. You
mhm.
can't add a triple toe onto any of those?
She doesn't do them.
Yeah.
She
I
literally only ever I've ever only seen her do a triple flip, triple toe, or a triple Lutz triple toe in all of the years that she
Well,
skated.
practice other stuff.
Well, I
I
know.
mean, Evan Lysacek used to go out and warm up all of his triples with a triple toe on the back
Oh,
end,
I know. I know.
you know?
I know. Yeah, confusing. And
It is confusing.
let these 2 case studies be a lesson to people figuring out what they're going to do.
Mhm.
Like, there has to be a plan B. You have
Mhm.
got to figure out what it is that you have. Like, when everything is down to a jump, a
Mhm.
combo, like,
Mhm.
good lord, it
Yeah.
it made me so sad that that gold medal was literally the matter of a single toe loop.
Yeah. Uh, Favorite performance of the whole women's event was the Ami Nakai short program.
Mm,
That was, I mean, incredible. And for her to be so young and to just go out and just be like, "I'm just gonna do this. I'm just having fun." And then she said afterwards, she's like, "I'm not worried because I can't be Cowrie. I'm just gonna have fun." It's like, good for you. Um, she did 2 clean axles in her 2 programs. They were, like, 2 of her best ever.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
so happy she got on the podium. All those mistakes she made in the second half of her free skate were just like, "Girl,
Oh,
come on. Come on."
yeah.
Um, yeah.
Yeah, she was getting tight in the second half. I like
Yes.
what once she missed the triple Lutz triple toe, you
Yes.
saw it in her face a little bit.
Yeah.
It like it finally sort of hit her that like, oh my God, podium.
Yeah.
And like, is it gone kind of thing.
Yeah.
And the loop was tight, the
Mhm.
flip, you knew with all of those unclear edge calls that were being called
Mhm.
that that flip was going to get a call.
Mhm.
um and then the 3V on the combo spin, like what?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, you can do that in your sleep.
Exactly. But, like we were saying before on our previews, like, she has that same sort of carefree, like, "Hey,
Mhm.
I'm the 3rd Japanese woman. It's my first
Yeah.
Olympics. I'm just gonna do it."
Yeah.
And that, like, I agree with you, that short program, it was the best that anybody was skating there,
Mhm.
and she came out and she and Alyssa I was saying she and Alyssa and Adelia were the only ones who came out
Mhm.
there, like, being like, "I'm just gonna skate how I usually skate," and everybody else was nervy. Like, that short program was just
Put Sam Adelkina on the list too.
oh, yes, Saladel was fantastic and
Yeah.
completely
Yeah.
underscored, and it's not because she
Well
gave me a really big pin. I I don't care that she got lower levels on her spins and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
she was scored correctly on the spins, she was leveled correctly on the spins, but she was not scored correctly on the GOEs for the rest of her elements.
Yeah.
But they came out and skated really well, and then everybody else was sort of skating like something was happening. The Olympics was
Mhm.
happening,
Mhm.
and everybody was a little tight. Um, Monet Chiba, as well as she skated in those 2 programs, that she could have been a lot better.
Yeah. Monet.
I
Ugh.
know.
I love her so much, and she just get got a little tight, and the short program I thought was better than the free skate. The free skate was like, "Ugh, breathe." Um, it was hard too, and she was so unhappy with herself afterward, and that was hard to watch too. You know, the competition wasn't even over yet, and she was, melting down. I think she knew
Yeah,
what was that it was over. I don't think she expected that we'd have a result like we had in the men's event, and we didn't. Thank God.
right.
Yeah. Um, Petrosian was an interesting one to watch at this event. She came very late. Um, no triple excellent practice. Quad toe, she worked on a lot, and it was really not there. And it was
But it was
surprising that she was, planning the two, I think.
but it
Um,
was there in warm up, though.
yeah, well, not even warm up, but like the time she took the ice before she skated.
Yep.
Although I did see a video of it on TikTok, and I still think it would have gotten a Q. But
Okay.
even that would have been
Yeah. It
fine.
would have been it would have been
Um,
different. It would have been very different.
yeah, yeah. There's a lot of aspects to her skating that I think um we don't really have them as much in the international field now because we don't have, because the Russian skaters have been banned, but I also feel like because people are older and seeing some of those jump setups and the patterns and the uh just the takeoff issues and things, it was sort of jarring to kind of have that, you know, um in front of me again. Um I think she should be happy with the way she competed. She did just about everything she could do, um,
Yeah.
in a weird situation, but
I thought
yeah.
what was interesting about her is if you looked at past Russian skaters from the Atari
Mhm,
camp, as much as you can talk about their stroking and their,
mhm,
like, lack of attention paid to choreography, especially during big
mhm.
elements, they often filled out the ice as much as they
Yeah,
could. And it was an interesting thing with her because you saw her fill out the ice in practice when she
mhm,
was doing the jumps by themselves. But
yeah,
when it came to the program itself in that free skate, once she fell on that quad toe at the very beginning, about two and a
it
half minutes of that program
yeah,
got incredibly cautious
yeah,
because she wanted to land the jumps. And
yeah,
therefore, everything just got smaller. And and I thought that was interesting because I don't think, like, if Anna Sherbakova were out there doing
mhm,
that quad toe and she fell on it, I don't think it would have phased
no,
her like that.
yeah,
So it was very interesting to see how I think part of this was her lack of experience on the big stage, and part of it was her lack of experience competing in
Yeah.
international events over the past 4 years because if she was doing that in a domestic event, they would just give her those scores. Like, they
Yeah.
would just give her the scores that they would regularly give her and, like,
Yeah.
wouldn't have taken into account the rest of it, and they really took into account the rest of it, and frankly, like, they could have been much harsher with her program components than they actually were.
Mhm. I really saw that in both, Petrosian and Gumenik.
Mhm,
They did not have the power, the ice coverage, the speed that I think they would have. Like, you could really tell they haven't been competing internationally.
mhm.
And I know Russia's domestic competition circuit is pretty developed, and they have really a lot of depth in their fields, but it just was, smaller skating than I'm used to seeing we were used to seeing from skaters from that federation.
Yeah. And also, when you look at women's skating, like, post-Russia ban
Mhm.
or during Russia ban, this the field of women and their basics have improved quite a bit
Mhm.
too, and you
Mhm.
saw that, like, even beyond the Japanese skaters, the American skaters, like, you look at, like, Nina Petrokina, and you look at
Yeah.
Anastasia Gubanova, and you look at all of these skaters who've been around for the
Mhm.
past 4 years, their standard has been Kaori Sakamoto, right?
Mhm.
And they've the when she's the one who's been winning 3 world championships, you as a skater, you're like, "How do I get there? How do I
Yeah.
then compete with that?" And all of these skaters have been that's what they're used to seeing, and that's what we're
Mhm.
seeing a lot more of the last 4 years is bigger, fuller skating, even though you don't have
Mhm.
necessarily the quads. But we're still getting triple axles now. We're getting more triple
Mhm.
axles than we have in the past. And the next 4 years will also be different. So
Mhm. Petrokina was amazing. God, she was so clean, both
I
programs, she
know.
had so much attack, um, and her gala program was quite fun as well.
Cell block tango, what she's now
Uh,
become known for.
I thought that Junwan Cha's acting was pretty great when he was poisoned to death and the way he dropped dead. I was like, you can tell he has experience on
Oh,
TV.
he's
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 a
gonna be an
natural.
actor after this.
Yeah.
Um, no, Jinwon Cha. I thought Jinwon Cha was great in that exhibition. I thought Ilya overacted a little bit, but was
A little bit.
hilarious,
And he was like, "Oh, wait, you're
hilarious.
shooting me now? Oh, I'm dead." Yeah. Yeah, and
Yes.
Tim Deek was great, and where I was sitting up at where our booth was, Tim Deek was, like, directly across from us, and I, like, loved how he dropped dead and then did not move and laid there sprawled out dead on the boards throughout the rest of the performance. It was great.
Whereas everybody
Well
else just,
done.
like, ran
Yeah,
away. Um,
yeah.
no, but, like, going back to the event, like, Amber Glenn was a
Oh god.
triple loop and a step sequence away from the podium.
Crazy. I mean, I wasn't surprised that she made that mistake in the short program, but it
Yeah.
is frustrating because it's like she's so good, and it's crazy that her skating is so strong, and yet, the mental stuff is what takes it away, and, yeah, I I don't even know what to say. It's like, God.
The double loop still confuses me in the short program because I actually don't
Yes,
even think that was mental. I think that was literally like a fluke. I slipped off my edge kind of thing. I don't know.
maybe.
It just the rest of the program was so good
Yeah,
otherwise. Like she
yeah,
got through all the good stuff.
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's just that loop was her nemesis in both programs.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
that tells you something. But that triple axel though, 2 of the best that we've seen her do.
Yeah, they were great.
Yeah,
They were really good.
but such déjà vu from last
Mhm.
year at Worlds where it was like, "Oh, well, Amber's climbing up,
Yeah, yeah,
and she's just waiting and waiting and waiting, and then she ends up 5th." So,
yeah.
but Alyssa Liu. what can you
Unbelievable.
say about Alyssa Liu and
I'm
the way
enjoying the
that she does
Alyssa Liu
this?
phenomenon.
I know. 4.5 million Instagram followers? Like,
Crazy. Crazy.
I do
I've
wonder
seen
if
so
there
many TikToks of
is
girls getting their
a
hair done like that.
I know. Yeah, I know. Watch out. Watch
Yeah.
out, parents, for all these
Yeah.
halos that you're about to see
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
like 5-hour procedures that your daughters
Yeah.
want to do at the salon.
Yeah.
Um, but is this a resurgence of interest in the US for figure skating finally because we have
Maybe.
a women's figure skater who actually won the Olympics? Like
Yeah.
that's something. Um, but gosh, I just the improbability of this whole thing, and not that she won it, but
Mhm.
the story of this whole
Yeah.
journey from Alyssa Liu, that she hated skating 4 years ago and left and then came back and was like,
Mhm.
I'm going to just do this on my own terms. I'm going to eat what I
Mhm.
want. I'm going to enjoy what I do. I'm going to
Mhm.
train the way that I train. And I think a lot of people mistake her carefreeness and her nonchalantness for
Mhm.
like a lack of care. Like I just said carefree and a lack of care, but like a
Mhm.
lack of like seriousness about her
Yeah.
training. And she is anything but not serious about her training.
Mhm.
Like just because she doesn't put the pressure on herself doesn't mean she doesn't expect it from herself, you know?
Mhm.
Like you watch her in practice, she is very regimented.
Yeah.
Anytime you see her do a practice in like non-run through days, she goes double axel,
Mhm.
triple toe, triple loop,
Mhm.
triple flip. She does two of everything, and then she goes and does um her steps and her
Mhm.
basic skating and all of that stuff. It's very regimented and she
Mhm.
knows exactly what she's doing. She knows exactly how to train and how to optimize her training so that she peaks at the right moment. And that's what you
Yeah.
see. It is
Yeah.
not the fact that she doesn't care. It is the fact that she figured out somehow
Mhm.
how to make her care just enough, but not too much to the point where it overtakes her brain.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know
And I
what it
think
is,
it's
Alyssa Liu. You did it.
I think it's kinda like people who are into running and, like, they love to run and they do marathons and all this stuff, but they're, like, not trying to win anything. They're just trying to improve their time to be, like, the best version of themselves. And I think it's, like, it just matters to her that she's doing it and she's feeling it and she's maximizing it for herself. And it's like you have to be in competitive skating to have the simulation of the competition and everything, but I don't think the result is even that's just, gravy. That's just extra. Um, and it's crazy because I feel like other skaters are just sort of in awe of her ability to relax to that degree.
Yeah.
But I think that's all also probably down to the fact that she spent so much time away from skating and kind of can see it from the outside.
Yeah. Some people just
Yeah.
have that perspective that's just like
Mhm.
so amazing.
Mhm.
Alyssa Liu, you're Olympic champion. Who would have thought we
Crazy.
would say such things?
Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy, Jackie. It's like unbelievable. And she never even had to like change anything. She still had that very like light back half of her program. Who has a solo double axel in the second half of their program? Like nobody. She just does it because it like works with the music and it's like, oh, double axle. Okay, I'm done. I'm gonna dance now. Um,
I,
yeah.
you know how I said earlier in the season, I'm like,
Mhm.
I don't know how you make this program peak multiple times.
Mhm.
And she's made it peak multiple times.
Yeah.
And every single time it's peaked higher.
Yeah.
Like she did it at Worlds and it was fantastic. She did
Yeah.
it at Grand Prix final and it was better. And
Mhm.
then somehow in between Grand Prix final and now,
Yeah.
she has switched programs to Gaga and then come back to this program and they were
Yeah.
continuously making improvements to it, even at the Olympics, we were
Yeah.
seeing her and Masi Scali work on specific parts of that program to make
Mhm.
it better, and it got
Mhm.
better again. Like, I just could not deal with
Yeah.
how she was able to do it, and Donna Summer in this arena was the best choice you could have made.
Yeah. Yeah. They loved it. It just hit the right way. And,
Yeah,
um, yeah, I was telling Massimo when we were talking to him after the free skate that something about, like, the way that that music hit him, like, he just felt the vibe in it and just really I don't know how he was able to just kind of identify it as this, like, magic kind of, like, little entity that he could grow and grow and grow. But also by not doing it at nationals, she didn't give away that crowd
another
moment.
peak, another peak,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
We were talking about this earlier in the season. Her 2 programs, her original short
Mhm.
program of this season
Mhm.
was supposed to have been a retelling of her
Mhm.
falling back in love with the sport, right?
Yeah.
Last year, it was the whole thing was last year was supposed to have been Promise.
Yeah.
Promise was her saying, "I wanted to distance myself from you
Mhm.
and you being
Yeah.
skating, but I
Yeah.
couldn't. And so I'm back," right? Like, that was
Yeah.
the whole point of the message of that program. And the
Mhm.
original program for the season was supposed to have been the "I am now in love with skating," and that's what
Yeah.
you're seeing here.
Yeah.
And then she had to scrap it because the
Singer
artists
murdered a teenager, but
or s- y- y- I still don't know what the result of that whole investigation was. So yeah, I just
they haven't quite indicted him yet, but they're doing
yeah,
grand jury hearings.
uh,
Yeah.
yeah. But
I'm
MacArthur
all over it.
Park, yes. Thank you, Michelle, for being all over this thing. But
Yeah.
MacArthur Park also has a message.
Mhm.
Like, there is a very specific part of the music from Donna Summer that she has
Mhm.
always been a huge fan of, which is this part where it was like, I'm taking my life in control
Mhm.
into my own hands,
Mhm.
and I'm going to do what I will with it.
Mhm.
Both programs have a very specific message from Alyssa Liu, and
Mhm.
that's one of the reasons why it is such a thing for her, and
Mhm.
that's why, for me, Gaga never worked because she didn't
Yeah.
connect with it the way that she connects with this music.
Yeah.
Um, and I do wonder, right? Like, now that she's an Olympic champion, what is the music that she's going to then connect to
Mhm.
that's gonna recreate some of this magic, because this was
Mhm.
magical,
Yeah.
very much.
Yeah.
Um, so Alyssa Liu says she's going to Worlds and also
Yeah.
says she is not done competing. So we will see what
We'll
happens.
see. I'm really interested to see who ends up going to Worlds. I'm I don't know, some of these dance teams, I'm like, "Really?" But it looks like Piper and Paul are going. They're on the team, and Guillaume and Laurent said that they're going. Um, I don't know
Yeah,
if Maddie and Evan will go. I hope they go on Dancing with the Stars and do that. I don't know.
yeah. I I have a feeling Piper and Paul aren't going to go. Who knows? I like
Yeah.
I think that's 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 the Skate Canada assignment, and
Mhm.
we'll see what happens. I don't know.
Mhm.
I don't see 2, 3, 4, or 5 going. Or no, sorry, the 2,
Yeah.
3, or 4 going, which means, you know, Emmy and Vadim and
Yeah.
Lila and Lewis, right, are then the next 2 to potentially be up there. So
Do you think Charlene and Marco will go?
I can't
Yeah.
imagine. I don't
Yeah.
know. Who knows? Um,
They can do the
there
Paris event
there could be
for Italy.
there could be a big changing of the guard at
Yeah.
Worlds.
Yeah.
Um,
We forgot to talk about one incredible women's short program, and that would be Luna Hendricks skating a
Luna
brand new program
Hendricks.
at the Olympics to yet another Celine Dion song that was awesome after having 2 really awful injuries in the weeks leading up to the Olympics, and she made it. Like, that was a great short from her. Free skate
Yeah.
was not as great, but, I was so happy to see her and for her to make it, and she's a three-time Olympian, and she's the only woman from 2018 Milan Worlds who made it to Milan Olympics, which is also crazy.
Yeah. I mean, also, first time she skated a clean short all season.
Yeah. Mhm. She needed to surrender to Celine.
I mean, she also told us that she loves that song more than she loved Ashes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the
Worked out.
power of actually liking the program that you're skating
Mhm.
to. So
The power of love.
the power of love, Celine Dion, Luna Hendricks, a Celine Dion stan.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, all right, we've talked for a couple hours now, so
Yeah, we have.
should we talk
Thank
about
God.
should we talk about our faves? Like, let's not even talk about top five because we've talked about a lot of them.
Yeah.
Give me your if not your favorite, your couple of favorites from memories from the Olympics.
Memories or performances?
Performances. Let's go performances.
Okay. I mean, I think I've mentioned them all. Mira Kihara individual free skate. Um, Gillis and Poirier individual free dance. Guinard and Fabry team free dance. Um, Shun Sato team free skate. He was under so much pressure. He was so stressed and he went out there and went as clean as he can go. I really
Yep.
hope that he spends time in this off season after Worlds working on his spins and steps. Call someone, please. You can do it. You can do it. If you can do a quad lutz that is that clean, you can do a level 4 camel spin. I promise. Um, and Yuma. I mean, Yuma short program. Yeah. Um, I really liked some of the, like, Olympic moments we had and the, like, lower level skaters, not lower level, but bottom half of the standings sheet, like, Ida Karhunen skating so well in her
Mm,
2-2, and Yulia Sauter in that free skate was awesome. Olga Mikutina, who was so excited that we interviewed her in the mix zone. She was like, "Me?" It's like, "Yes, you." And she skated so well in both of her programs.
the joy of
She
Montclair University in New
Yes,
Jersey.
really laid it down. Yeah, I talked about Hockey Kunkel. Um, they were awesome, in both programs. Yeah, God. Um, I don't know, I think I've covered most of it. Becker and Hernandez in their uh both of their programs, they
Hmm.
skated up. They were so good. And it's really interesting because it feels like they took a while from their junior to senior career to kind of really get into the mode of being a senior team. And the teams that were with them at Junior Worlds didn't have that much of an issue. The Mrazeks, Yaquan and Hannah Lim, the Canadian team split up. But those other 2 teams, like, they really moved into senior more with more efficiency, and I think that once Becker Hernandez sort of kind of, like, found their groove, they qualified for the Olympics, and they skated so well. Both
Yeah.
programs were great. Um,
They're so
I was
classic too. I love their
Yeah,
skating.
yeah. They were one of the
Eh,
teams that Tracy Wilson saw for the first time and was like, "Wow, I love them."
mm,
So, um, yeah, they were great. Um,
uh,
who else have we not
s-
mentioned?
Julia Sauter.
God. Yeah, we talked about her.
Oh,
Or
did
I
we?
did.
Did
I
you?
did briefly. I just said
Oh,
I said great free skate. Yeah, but you go
oh,
for it.
yes. No,
Clean
well, okay.
jumps.
So, I mean, her triple lutz is chef's kiss. Just
Yeah.
love that jump for her.
Yeah.
No, I mean, for me, absolutely Piper and Paul. I mean, I was,
Mhm.
if anybody, like, luckily, I know there was a TikTok video of me typing. Luckily, there is no TikTok video of me crying during Gilles Poirier's free dance
Oh,
because I
I
was
know.
ugly crying that entire
Yeah.
time. Um,
Yeah.
That
You and
was
Paul
that's
both.
still I mean, yeah. That was still one of my favorites,
Mhm,
of the whole thing. Junwan
mhm.
Cha's short program is up
Yes.
there.
Ugh,
Matteo
June.
Rizzo and his Interstellar in the
Mhm.
team event. I mean, he was certainly one of those who couldn't replicate what happened in a team event, but
Yeah.
probably wouldn't have without the like huge support from his team either. I think he was
Mhm,
one of those people who really benefited from that. Um, I thought those were
mhm.
phenomenal skates. The 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 Miura Kihara and Alyssa Liu free skates, like those will live in my brain rent free
Mhm.
for the rest of my
Yeah.
life. There were just so
Yeah.
many amazing moments, as much as there was some chaos at these Olympics. There were
Mhm,
so many things that like I will never forget, and
mhm,
I'll just it's the Olympics really does bring out something
mhm,
that you never see anywhere else, and some of
mhm,
these skates were just so amazing. So,
mhm. Yeah.
well, I think that's it for our marathon episode. We're at 2 hours, 15
Oh
minutes
my
now.
god. Okay.
Um, well, we have 2 more big events coming up. We've got Junior Worlds next week,
Yeah. Oh my
and then
gosh,
we've
is it
got
next week?
it is next
Ugh,
weekend. Yeah, yeah,
so much skating.
we have a week to recover. And
Mhm.
then we have the World Championships in Prague coming up, so get ready for all of that. But
Are you
before
going on
that,
site to Worlds?
yeah, I'll be at Worlds in
Nice.
person. Are you not going? You're not going.
No, I'm not going. I'm
Ah.
actually going to LA that weekend, because I, am treating myself to seeing Melissa Oftermar at her, a book party thing she's doing, the bass player from Hole, and I bought a ticket, and I was like, "I'm gonna
Oh,
go."
interesting.
So, this is like my identity as a teenager was not figure skater or a figure skater fan, it was a Hole fan, so I'm treating myself to that.
Oh,
So
that was like your Oasis concert
Oh,
right
yeah.
before.
Oh, Oasis doesn't even come close. I would Courtney Love is, like, the love of my life. Yeah, yeah, so
Oh, one quick tangent before we finish this episode.
yes.
Michelle, you need to watch a series on Netflix called The Boyfriend.
Okay. Did
It
you watch it
is
on the
a
plane?
it is a I watched season 2 on the plane.
Yeah.
It is a Japanese reality dating show where
Ooh,
they put a bunch of men together in a house and they make them fall in love.
that sounds amazing.
And it's the most wholesome thing you could possibly watch.
Aw,
Season 2 is better than season 1, so go watch it.
cute. Well,
Um,
you need to watch Interview
while
with the Vampire, by the
I
way,
know we gotta,
so you can
yeah,
get my
we talked
Claudia
about that.
references.
While
Not
we wait
not the show, the
the
movie,
movie.
the movie.
While we wait for the second season of Heated Rivalry, which will not drop until 2027. All
You
right.
know, I feel like the US hockey team has squandered a lot of the goodwill that Heated Rivalry created, and I need more Heated Rivalry to come out because I'm not enjoying these stories.
Uh, well, before we go to Junior Worlds and Worlds, there will be a very special interview coming out with Yuna Aoki that
Oh,
I did
yay.
in Milan. That should be coming out this week. And we'll have more content. I'm
Mhm.
scheming something about my pin collection that I will do with some other folks that
Hmm.
will be potentially interesting. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully, I get it together. But we'll be back Sunday with our preview of Junior Worlds, and we will have lots more to come before the end of the season. There's still plenty of skating to come. So, Michelle, any final thoughts?
I have 5 days to remember who all the junior skaters are, so I'll get on
Exactly.
that.
Exactly. At least this time around, we're not doing 5 different
Yeah.
previews for the 5 different disciplines of the Olympics.
Oh my
Um,
god. We should go through our previews and see how right we were. I know I was pretty wrong, but, we both had no, I had the top 5 women correct, but in the wrong order. Um, you had Isabel up there instead of Monet, so
I did, yeah.
I got
did.
Amber in the right spot, and that's it. Everyone else was in the wrong order.
Yeah, no, I think we did a really bad job.
Yeah.
Anyway, so for Michelle Ellis, this is Jackie Wong, Chief Skate Nerd of RecordSkating.com. Thanks, as always, to our sponsors from John Wilson Blades, and thanks to Tara Nichols for listening to all of this and putting it all
Godspeed.
together. And we'll talk to you again very soon. Bye.